there, little girls and boys. Here's a chance to win fabulous gifts. In celebration of World Children's Day, People's Bank is giving a gift array. So make a deposit now in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts. This year, we're celebrating Children's Day by giving special gifts to all our little customers. All you need to do is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December. For more details, visit your nearest People's Bank branch.
In a few moments, the news.
Is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
The time is 6:15. Here's the news, edited by Dulmin Samrasingha, assisted by Nilusha, read by Victor Raj. First, take a look at the headlines of the local news. Health authorities say that the spread of coronavirus in the country is at a manageable level. Media Minister appreciates the performance of the media in the face of coronavirus pandemic. The World Bank expresses its continued support to develop Sri Lanka. Education Minister thanks those who supported to conduct the Grade 5 scholarship examination successfully. Foreign news, Delhi stops displaying notices at home of COVID-19 patients. Sports, football, World Cup winners and European champions cancel each other out in Paris. Local news in detail. Media spokesman of the Health Ministry, Dr. Jairohan Bandara, says that the spread of the coronavirus in the country is at a manageable level. He said that the public is entrusted with the responsibility of not becoming a carrier of the virus. During a media briefing in Colombo today, he said, especially doctors are of the view of the virus that is being spread at present can infect a person easily. It has been found that the virus spreads faster. Director of the Colombo Health Promotion Bureau, Dr. Palitha Karuna Peruma, said that 6,482 PCR tests were done during the past 24 hours. Minister Keheli Rambukal has appreciated the performance of media in the face of coronavirus pandemic. During a discussion today with the heads of news divisions of state and private media at his ministry, the minister pointed out that the need for a common program to report news while protecting privacy. He said that certain media, with or without knowledge, has reported news embarrassing individuals. He pointed out that when reporting on illnesses, there should be limits on privacy. The minister said the guideline will be issued in due course when reporting such matters. Director General of President's Media, Mohan Sambaranaga, said that reporting on the coronavirus is a challenge for journalists. Secretary to the Ministry of Mass Media, Jagat P. Vijayveera, said that the media is entrusted with the responsibility of educating public to eliminate the virus. Director General of Government Information, Nalaka Kalueva, said that mainstream state and private media did not publish any unconfirmed report about the spread of the coronavirus. The World Bank has expressed its continued support to develop Sri Lanka's rural hospitals, primary health sector and education. The World Bank's representative for Sri Lanka and Maldives, Viavo Khanda, mentioned this when she met Minister Janaka Bandara Tennakon at his ministry recently. She said that the World Bank has paid its attention on introducing a health card system to people in Sri Lanka. She said it will help the public to get update information about their health condition. The World Bank expects to use television and radio media to improve education levels in the rural sector. She said that the programs will be implemented to teach English at schools where more advanced level students are following art subjects. Minister Janaka Bandarathenakon pointed out that the World Bank has already provided funds to develop many regional hospitals in the country. Minister of Education Professor J.L. Pires says that the Grade 5 scholarship examination was conducted successfully yesterday. The minister thanked everyone who supported to conduct the examination. He mentioned this during a media briefing in Colombo today. Meanwhile, the COVID cluster has increased to 1,346. The Government Information Department says 39 infected persons were reported today. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
Is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December.
More local news. The 13 officers of the Police Narcotic Bureau who have been arrested under the custody have been further remanded until the 26th of this month. The order was given when the case was taken up today before Colombo Chief Magistrate Mohammad Mihar. The suspects were not produced in the court today. Deputy Solicitor General Dilip Papiris, who appeared on behalf of the CID, submitted a progress report of the investigations to the court. Sri Lanka Foreign Employment Bureau has requested the public to pay foreign job agencies only after getting information about the employment in Poland and inquiring about it from the Bureau. The Foreign Employment Bureau said that it has received complaints that a large amount of money is being collected by job agencies by promising jobs in Poland through newspaper advertisements. The Bureau has given permission to publish advertisements for jobs in Poland. However, it has not given permission to charge fees from employment recipients who do not have job agreements and the visa. Therefore, the Bureau has requested job recipients not to pay job agencies without getting the job permit and visa. The Information Center of the Bureau is open all 24 hours of the day. The job recipients have been requested to get information by contacting the Bureau before paying for employment. Minister Nimal Seripal de Silva has appointed a committee to investigate into the allegations and complaints against not taking health and medical actions to prevent coronavirus infection to the employees of Minuwanguda Brandix garment factory. During a discussion yesterday at the Labour Ministry, the trade union members made representations to the minister. Deputy Labour Commissioner ECT Dabre and Legal Officer KDJ Premadasa of the Labour Department are the members of the committee. The committee will examine reports in media that employees of Minuwanguda Brandix factory were not given proper media treatment when they were ill and not given them leave when they were not well. That ends local news.
All our little customers, all you need to do is make a deposit in your Isarudana or Sisudana savings accounts between 1st October and 31st December. For more details, visit your nearest People's Bank branch.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Veda Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
The committee appointed to investigate into the risky buildings in Kandy handed over its report to Governor Lalit Yukamage today. The committee, which investigated on 20 selected buildings in Kandy town for 3 weeks, have identified the buildings in a dangerous condition. The committee has given its recommendations on the steps to be taken on such buildings. The committee, chaired by Central Province Engineers Services Department Engineer W.M.A. Vikramasinghe, consisted of 25 members. That came to you in main news.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Veda Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhaleba.
On to the watchlight. NDB Bank recently launched a Royal College Union Affinity Credit Card, a specialized credit card for the Royal College Union members and Royalists. The launch was held in the presence of the NDB Director and Group CEO Dimantha Senaviratnam, as well as NDB Director Sriyan Kure and Sujiva Mudalige at the Lakeview Lounge, NDB. That ends Watchlight. Moving on to world news, headlines first. Delhi stops displaying notices at homes of COVID-19 patients. European Union moves towards a fiscal union with pandemic recovery plan. Australians sign Kevin Rudd's call for inquiry into Murdoch influence. World news in detail. Delhi authorities have stopped putting notices today outside the homes of people infected with coronavirus because this has amplified the social stigma associated with the disease and in turn caused others to hide their illness. Early on during the outbreak in the Indian capital, officials would paste a poster on the homes of people in quarantine after they had tested positive for the virus to make sure everyone in the neighborhood was careful. It also deterred people from violating the quarantine. German Finance Minister Olaf Scholz said today the European Union is taking steps towards a fiscal union with its plans to recover from the coronavirus pandemic, which involved the European Commission borrowing in financial markets. Scholz told an interparliamentary conference on stability, economic coordination and governance in the European Union that they are moving towards fiscal union, a major step forward in the financial capacity and sovereignty of the EU. More than 100,000 people have signed a petition by former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd calling for an inquiry into Rupert Murdoch media dominance in Australia. Mr. Murdoch's company, News Corp Australia, controls about 70% of the nation's print circulation. Ms. Rudd said a top inquiry should scrutinize media ownership, but particularly Mr. Murdoch, calling him a cancer in the democracy. News Corp Australia and Mr. Murdoch have not commented on the petition. To wrap up the world news, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Delhi stops displaying notices at homes of COVID-19 patients. European Union moves towards fiscal union with pandemic recovery plan. Australians sign Kevin Rudd's call for inquiry into Murdoch influence. That ends world news. Moving on to development news, Minister of Agriculture Mahindananda Rutkamage underscored the importance of promoting sustainable agriculture through innovation, including digital agriculture solutions. He was addressing the 35th session of the FAQ Regional Conference for Asia and the Pacific recently. He reiterated that the access to and disseminating of the latest technologies and innovations are imperative to improve the productivity of the agriculture sector. That came to you in development news.
Sports News is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Football news. Kylian Mbappe and Cristiano Ronaldo both failed to find a way through as the World Cup winners and European champions cancelled each other out in a 0-0 draw in Paris. Juventus forward Ronaldo was quiet and remains on 101 international goals as Portugal were unable to repeat their Euro 2016 win at the Stade de France. Mbappe, 21, fashioned France's best chance with some fine individual skill, but show his efforts well saved by Wolves goalkeeper Rui Patricio. The game was cheered on by around 1,000 France fans who were loud throughout. Golf news. South Korea's Kim Se-young surged to her first major title with an assured 5-stroke victory at the Women's PGA Championship in Pennsylvania. The 27-year-old world number 7 began 3 ahead and her 7 under 63, the lowest final round in the event's history, took her to 14 under. 7-time major winner In B. Park's bogey, free 65, ensured second place. That ends sports news.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go. It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie chocolate cream biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Chief Delegate of the Delegation of German Industry and Commerce in Sri Lanka, Andreas Hagnerud, says Sri Lankan fresh fruits and vegetable exporters should increase awareness for products made in Sri Lanka in the international markets to increase business opportunities. He was addressing a press conference organized by the Sri Lankan agriculture sector stakeholders and export-oriented SMEs. The aim of the press conference was to raise awareness about the significance of participating in Fruit Logistica, a specialized international trade show for fruits, vegetables and spices. The trade show, scheduled to be held from 3rd to 5th February 2021 in Berlin. That came to you in Business News.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of...
Congratulations on your promotion. When will be our treat, huh?
How about today?
Oh no, I was just joking.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
The Central Bank of Sri Lanka has approved to disburse loans over 175 billion rupees under the 3 phases of the Saubhagya COVID-19 scheme, exceeding the estimated amount of 150 billion rupees. The Central Bank's Regional Development Department's Director General MSK Dharmavardhana said that although it was estimated to grant a loan of 150 billion rupees, the banking system is ready to provide more loans that are expected to revive businesses that were disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. That ends Economic News.
Hello, Puta, did you land already?
No, Amma. We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
Oh, really? How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy. She might be feeling very uncomfortable. The airport must be heavily crowded because it's a season.
Amma, calm down. Everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge. There's nothing to worry.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
The Met Department says showers of thunderstorms will occur at times in western, Sabaragamu, central and northwestern provinces and in Galle and Mathura districts. Heavy rainfalls exceeding 100 mm likely at some places in Nuwara, Kandy, Ratnapura, Kagala, Galle and Mathura districts. A few showers may occur in North Northern Province and Anuradhapur district. Strong gusty winds about 60 km per hour can be expected across the island, particularly in the northern, north central and northwestern provinces, Trincomalee and Mathura districts, and in the western slopes of the central hills. That ends with the report.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
To wrap up the evening news broadcast on Radio Sri Lanka, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Health authorities say that the spread of the coronavirus in the country is at a manageable level. Media Minister appreciated the performance of the media in the face of the coronavirus pandemic. The World Bank expresses its continued support to develop Sri Lanka. Education Minister thanks those who supported to conduct the Grade 5 scholarship examination successfully. Foreign news, Delhi stops displaying notices at homes of COVID-19 patients. Sports news, Football World Cup winners and European champions cancelled each other out in Paris.